In our interconnected world, a simple document, the passport, dictates our freedom to explore. For some, it's a key. For others, a barrier. Join me as we count down the 10 weakest passports of 2025, revealing how borders and bureaucracy shape destinies and limit opportunities. Our countdown begins in Nepal, a country nestled between the towering Himalayas and the vibrant cultures of South Asia. Known for its breathtaking natural beauty, Nepal is a land where ancient traditions meet the challenges of the modern world. The country is home to some of the world's most awe-inspiring peaks, including the legendary Mount Everest, drawing adventurers and dreamers from every corner of the globe. Yet, for millions of Nepalese, the world beyond these mountains remains a distant dream. Despite their curiosity and ambition, international travel is a privilege that few can access. The Nepalese passport opens doors to just 39 destinations without a visa, making it the 10th weakest passport in the world. This limited access shapes the lives and aspirations of an entire nation. Decades of political instability, economic challenges, and a history of migration have led many countries to impose strict visa requirements on Nepali citizens. The process is often long, expensive, and uncertain. For students hoping to study abroad or workers seeking better opportunities, the journey is filled with endless paperwork, interviews, and frequent rejections. Many dreams are put on hold or abandoned altogether. Even skilled professionals, entrepreneurs, and artists find themselves facing daunting barriers. Their talents and ambitions are often confined within national borders, unable to reach the global stage. The passport, a symbol of freedom and possibility for many, can feel more like an anchor, restricting movement and limiting hope. Nepal's majestic mountains inspire pride and resilience. But for its people, the invisible walls of international visa policies present a far greater barrier than any physical peak. The true power of a passport is deeply connected to a nation's stability, its diplomatic ties, and its reputation on the world stage. For Nepal, building these relationships is an ongoing journey. For the people of Nepal, the dream of greater mobility and opportunity is alive. Their journey to a more open world is just beginning, filled with hope, determination, and the promise of new horizons. Next, we turn to the Palestinian territories, a region where the passport you hold is more than just a travel document. For Palestinians, their passport grants access to only 40 countries, a stark reminder of the limitations imposed by decades of conflict and unresolved statehood. This document, often green or blue, is a symbol of both identity and restriction, shaping the daily lives of millions. The struggle for statehood and international recognition is written into every page of the passport and echoed in the art and graffiti that cover the separation walls. These images tell stories of resilience, hope, and a longing for freedom. For Palestinians, travel is fraught with complexity and uncertainty. Even leaving the West Bank or Gaza requires navigating a maze of permits, security checks, and unpredictable delays at checkpoints. The process can take hours, days, or sometimes be denied altogether, making even the simplest journey a challenge. Most accessible destinations for Palestinian passport holders are in Africa, Asia, and Latin America. Europe and North America, with their strict visa requirements, remain largely out of reach for most. The dream of visiting family, studying abroad, or exploring the world is often met with closed doors. Students and professionals, eager to connect with the global community, face immense obstacles to global engagement. Opportunities for education, business, and cultural exchange are limited not by ambition, but by the power of a single document. For many, the Palestinian passport is a daily reminder of statelessness and a restricted identity. It is a constant companion, shaping aspirations and reminding its holders of the boundaries they cannot easily cross. Each new visa-free destination is celebrated as a small diplomatic victory, a glimmer of hope in a much larger struggle for recognition and mobility. Every stamp is a testament to perseverance. Despite overwhelming barriers, the desire for movement, opportunity, and international recognition persists. Young Palestinians continue to dream of a future where borders are less restrictive and their identity is fully acknowledged. The weakness of the Palestinian passport is not just a bureaucratic issue. It is a powerful testament to the ongoing politics of sovereignty and the enduring hope for a day when freedom of movement is a right, not a privilege. Libya finds itself tied for the 7th spot on the list, with its citizens able to access just 40 destinations without a visa. This is a stark contrast to the years before the 2011 revolution, when Libyans enjoyed far greater mobility and international engagement. The revolution, followed by a decade of civil war and ongoing unrest, has dramatically altered the country's global standing. Once a gateway to the world, The Libyan passport now symbolizes the nation's struggles and the heavy toll of conflict on ordinary people's lives. Political fragmentation, the presence of rival governments, and persistent security concerns have eroded international trust in Libyan travel documents. The country's fractured leadership and ongoing violence make it difficult for foreign nations to verify the legitimacy of passports and the intentions of travelers. The consequences are deeply personal. Families are separated by borders, unable to reunite for years. Students with dreams of studying abroad face endless obstacles, their ambitions put on hold by visa rejections and bureaucratic red tape. Entrepreneurs and business people find their opportunities stifled as international deals fall through and travel restrictions choke economic growth. The Libyan passport, once a tool for connection and opportunity, has become a symbol of isolation and lost potential. For many, it is a daily reminder of the barriers that now define their lives. At foreign borders, Libyan travelers face intense scrutiny. Immigration officers, wary of instability and security risks, often subject them to lengthy questioning and additional checks, making every journey abroad a stressful ordeal. The burden of this crisis falls heaviest on ordinary citizens. They must navigate complex paperwork, endure long waits at embassies, and constantly prove their intentions, all while their homeland remains mired in uncertainty and chaos. Libya's low passport ranking is a direct reflection of its internal divisions and ongoing conflict. The contrast between hope and hardship is visible in every corner of the country. Only through national reconciliation, the rebuilding of institutions, and a return to stability can Libya hope to restore its global reputation and open doors for its people once again. Until that day comes, the world remains largely closed to Libyans, and the dream of free movement remains just out of reach for millions. Bangladesh, also tied for 7th, offers visa-free access to 40 nations. High outbound migration and economic challenges have led to strict visa regimes and skepticism abroad. Even as the middle class grows, travel aspirations are checked by reputation and bureaucracy. The government works to improve diplomatic ties, but change is slow. Climate change concerns add another layer of complexity. For millions, the passport is a daily reminder of limited possibilities. Bangladesh strives for global recognition, but mobility remains elusive. In 6th place is Somalia, with access to just 35 countries. Decades of conflict and lack of centralized government have left its passport among the world's least trusted. Security concerns and document legitimacy issues result in near-universal visa requirements. The Somali diaspora faces heartbreaking barriers to family reunification. Efforts to rebuild state institutions and introduce biometric passports offer hope. Every new visa waiver is a diplomatic victory. Strengthening the Somali passport is inseparable from rebuilding the nation. Pakistan, with over 230 million people, ranks as the 4th weakest passport, just 33 destinations. Regional conflicts, security concerns, and economic instability drive this ranking. Pakistani travelers face intense scrutiny and frequent visa rejections. The weak passport limits opportunities for students, professionals, and entrepreneurs. Economic growth is hampered by restricted global engagement. Despite these challenges, Pakistanis remain resilient and hospitable. The nation strives to change its global narrative and lift the burden of its passport. Yemen shares the 4th position, with access to 33 countries, amid one of the world's worst humanitarian crises. Civil war has shattered the nation, leading to diplomatic isolation and skepticism about its travel documents. For Yemenis, the weak passport is often a matter of life and death, blocking access to medical care, education, and family reunification. The few visa-free destinations are difficult to reach and offer little refuge. Many are trapped, unable to escape conflict or rebuild their lives. The psychological toll is immense. Only peace and reconstruction can restore mobility. Until then, Yemenis remain among the most isolated. Iraq holds the 3rd weakest passport, with access to just 31 destinations. Decades of war and instability have led to strict visa policies and global suspicion. Iraqis face closed doors, even as they yearn to reconnect and rebuild. Professionals and entrepreneurs struggle to engage internationally. Economic recovery is slowed by limited mobility and investment. Despite hardship, Iraqis show remarkable resilience and hope for normalcy. The passport's power will only grow with lasting peace and unity. For now, it remains a symbol of a nation's ongoing struggle. Syria ranks 2nd, with access to just 27 countries, a tragic symbol of civil war and mass displacement. Diplomatic isolation and sanctions have made it nearly impossible for Syrians to travel legally. The passport's legitimacy is questioned, and official escape routes are nearly non-existent. Many risk dangerous journeys to flee conflict, while refugees abroad face legal limbo. The document, meant to protect instead, deepens statelessness and vulnerability. Syria's passport reflects a nation's collapse and the world's attempt to contain the crisis. Only peace and reconstruction can restore its value. Until then, it remains a document of sorrow and entrapment. At the bottom of the global mobility ladder is Afghanistan, with access to just 26 destinations. Decades of conflict and the Taliban's return have left the Afghan passport nearly worthless. Most nations refuse to recognize the current regime, isolating Afghans from the world. Legal escape is nearly impossible, trapping millions in dire conditions. Journalists, academics, and women leaders are especially vulnerable, their ambitions extinguished. The passport, once a fragile link to opportunity, is now a symbol of imprisonment. Afghanistan's position is a profound tragedy and a stark reflection of global disengagement. For its people, the future remains uncertain and isolated. Our journey through the world's weakest passports reveals a harsh reality. For millions, the world is a maze of invisible walls. The powerlessness of a passport reflects a nation's turmoil, stifling dreams and separating families. The freedom to move is a privilege, not a right, for most of the world. Which country surprised you most? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more global deep dives.